Thank you, Congressman Pittsburgh. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm from Ukraine. My name is Volodymyr Ariev, and I also took part in this war when Kyiv were in siege, as well as all my family were. My daughter, my son in the war. And first of all, everyone in the world looking for an answer what was wrong with Russia. Kremlin can't hold, so why Kremlin can't hold economic development and make prosperity instead of the war? Why they do this utter madness? I have a clear answer. Russia is still empire, medieval range empire. Empire with phantom pain for losing of the Cold War. It doesn't interest in prosperity. It is like in Soviet Union, to have no pants, but to seem very great. Putin is not a root of the evil there. I've heard many opinions that he is the main person, so just cancel the Putin from his chair and everything will be okay. Not. The problem is much more deeper. I don't know any empire stopped conquering by its goodwill, probably except United Kingdom after the Second World War, but this is an exception. Russia is a dying empire, trying to survive conquering its former territories, but the only it will achieve is centrifugal process in the future. We also need to discuss what to do with future pieces of empire, and the second chance for denuclearization we shouldn't miss. But now, it is critically important to left Moscow no chance to clean the lifeline. Russia stays face to a Shakespearean question, to be or not to be. Let's try to make an answers. To be for Russia, it means the jeopardizing worldwide security system. February 24th was point of no return not only for us, or for Moscow, or for the entire world. Success of Russia in Ukraine needs not only ongoing aggression after former Soviet Republic, including current Baltic NATO members. It follow-ups with hostile activity of all axes of evil, Iran, North Korea, etc. China probably might try to take control over Taiwan, ignoring Taiwan Relaction Act if Beijing finds the United States not to deceive it to keep this act. So this will happen if Russia answer is to be. So we have to be clear that now tyrannies had a new strategy. Russia proposed to democratic world a cheap energy. China proposed to democratic world cheap labor market. But this is a hook. And if democratic world that would like to make good business for prosperity, they now want to save money on energy matters, on labor market, they will overpay it triple in the future. And now, what's going on in Ukraine, they only prove it. So I do believe that Ukraine should be a last temptation for the axis of evil to give a challenge to the democratic world. So let's try to answer for the question not to be for Russia. Not to be for Russia is a chance to destroy losing and world security that needs to be seriously changed, but could be maintained. This is a chance to pull nuclear teeth of a monster that was lost in 1991. This is a chance to make something new after Russian Federation. It could be a confederation, for instance, or something else. This will be preceded by very dramatic events on current Russian territory, but this is the only way to change the land that permanently undermines security from regional to global. And don't forget about messages of Russian propaganda. It clearly says this is a war not with Ukraine only, but with NATO on the territory of Ukraine. Therefore, this is our common interest to win and to do our utmost, but not let Russia to be a winner. Carthago, the land est. So, I don't know whether it's possible to display some photos. Yeah, it's possible. This is a photo of the remains of Russian missiles just only in one city of Kharkiv. Only one city of Kharkiv, and you see how people survive in that conditions of the permanent shelling. This is the quantity of the missiles that fell into the head of Kharkiv city, just only one place. So we need to have an answer what to do. First, Russia overestimated its capabilities, dreaming to repeat military victories of the Second World War alone. Russia is capable of shelling Ukrainian cities, yes, and you see that. And to destroy infrastructure from afar and has low chances on the battlefield. Now it is proven that Russia has no chances if United States, United Kingdom and Ukrainians place against it, not like in the Second World War. Other allies not helpful and honestly doesn't want to take part openly in Putin's risky gamble. Moreover, pretending to be anti-fascist Russia turned into the pure fascist regime. So United States, United Kingdom on the right side again, and Ukraine needs their help of them and also all of you. What is the problem? The problem, you know, this is common, and I would like to shortly to tell the list of measures what we need to do altogether. First is the weapon supply. Do you remember we've heard on the first days after February 24 that Ukraine has at least 4 days to survive, to keep resistance. And there were not so much supplying of the weapon to Ukraine. Just javelins from United States, MLOs, but that's it. Then what happened? Someone told it a miracle, but we had no chance. Ukrainians want to live. It's not an independence war, it's a war for existence. So we understand the Bucha tragedy and tragedies of our towns and cities of Ukraine prove that we are fighting to survive. Now we are doing it much more effective with the supplying of the weapon. And yesterday was a very big shelling of Ukrainian territory again. It was on the 28th anniversary of Budapest Memorandum. That's why I'm also would like to refer to the change of world security system, as well as when Ukraine stripped up the nuclear weapon and gave to Russia its missiles, nuclear rockets, and Russia clearly obliged for security and not to touch the territory of Ukraine on the 28th of anniversary of the signing of Budapest Memorandum. We got a shelling. 70 missiles were launched from Russian territory to Ukraine. But thanks to our friends who supplied us with the air defense system, 60 missiles were shot down. So we ask you to help us now to stop this war. And, I don't want to be very detailized what we need. This is a negotiation, but the readiness to cooperate is vitally important for us. Second, blocking double-use goods and weapon components that exporting to Russian Federation. And in this scope, it's very important to the cooperation of intelligence services.
Because when we are finding the places of the falling of Russian rockets or drones or whatever, so we find the components produced in companies worldwide, including United States. So Russia should be blocked from buying the components and double-use goods. So in this, a lot of decisions were taken, but third states still helps Russia to fulfill its military production. So it's vitally important now for cooperation of intelligences to surveil the ways how these third states helping Russia to restore its military potential. And the critical element of assistance to Ukraine is the provision of intelligence. It is extremely important to support and develop cooperation in the field of radio electronic and geospatial and particular satellite intelligence. Thanks to partners' assistance, Ukraine can have a tangible advantage over the enemy on the battlefield. So this is what we have to do. Third, counter-propaganda. We are really very experienced in that. And meddling of Russia in elections in the United States, in Germany, in many other countries, it's a real challenge now. So if we need to be decisive now, so Russia is using the democratic institutes and democratic instruments to destroy democracy. So we have to understand it clearly. And we have, since 2014, we told a lot, but we have to learn how to combat it in the proper way. So we have to be very decisive. Sanctions against Russia energy exports. Okay, the limits for Russia oil is important, but now we have much more to do. And finally, we have to stop all Russia export because it's budgetary that going to kill Ukrainians, and not only Ukrainians in the future. Next, fight with illicit money and money laundering. I do believe that Andres Frank, my friend, on the next panel will be talking about it much more detailed. But Russia now find a lot of instruments how to circumvent sanctions against its bank system, and cryptocurrency is one of that. Cryptocurrency, the crypto exchange points, they are helping Russia to avoid sanctions. Strengthen our relations. Good guys should be more decisive and cooperative, because bad guys do it better for a moment. So I know that many international organizations now they are declare a very good words, very good positions, and making a lot of good resolutions. Like my friend Emanuele Zingeris from Lithuania, who is in Parliamentary Assembly of Council of Europe, were the author of the first resolution which recognized Russia as a terroristic state. But it's good steps, but not enough. We have to understand that our interests of our states now have to be together within the challenges we faced by the axis of evil. So we need to understand that our cooperation now, we have to we have to be ahead of that, of bad guys. So this is our task for the closest future. And finally, to help us to be stronger, we need a Marshall Plan for Ukraine. Afterward, I have no doubt that we will win, together with you. But then we need to show that all the democratic world can help to the state who was a battlefield for the future of all democracy. So I call you to be part of that. George Marshall in 1947, he said, the whole world of the future hangs on proper judgment. It hangs, I think, to a large extent on the realization of American people of just what are various dominant factors, what are the reaction of the people, what are the justification of those reactions, what are the sufferings, what is need, what can best be done, what must be done. So the next, we have to plan to implement the new Marshall Plan of the mind. Thank you very much.